Yeah, hello everyone. This is your man, Goss, and thank you for once again joining me in this. So it's always very, very important to start planning these these things right from the onset. Now, the second thing there is the to choose the proper or the right location. You know, when choosing the right location, within that you have to think of things like the visibility. You think of, okay, this is going to be a corridor, this is going to be an entrance, or this is going to be a communal space. If it's a communal space, I will need to leave, okay, from this side, this is where the light is going to come in from, because you need high visibility in that sense. And you also need in some areas, in some areas, you also need not just the high visibility alone, you also need a good ventilation, a good ventilation, so that any artwork or things you collected put in there will not will withstand the test of time and things like that. And sometimes, if it's an external space, you have to put all those things into consideration. What kind of material do I need for the art? And these are things you might not be an expert in it, but at least having that knowledge, and bringing in the qualified persons, the artists. I always advise people to use the artist, because most of the time people just think, oh, no, there are things these people know, that will enhance the aesthetics of your house, that will make the house classy. The way they will curate it, the way they will put in the collections of work that represent, that tells a story of who you are. It's a very, very simple thing. I give you an example. I have this friend, and from Edo State, Benin. I visited the house. We went to his family house, and while coming into the house, there was this, most houses in Benin, you see broom tied in front of the house and stuff like that. Just is a traditional sign to ward off evil. But that's not a big deal. But why this one became a big deal for me was that there was the broom and the cross tied in front of the house, and it was like, wow. So when I got in there, I looked at it, and my friend now kind of saw how I looked at it. He took me to the mother. Then the mother explained that, wow, that she got converted to Christianity. But anyway, she never left her traditional practice, her traditional belief alone, because to her, that is her identity, and she so much believes in it. So now, explaining further what that meant, he said, the cross drives away evil. Then the evil that the cross cannot drive away, the broom will definitely do it. So I mean, that to me is a piece of art. Is a piece of art, and now looking at it, it already tells a story about who the person and the occupants in that house. And it's in many houses. You go to many houses those days while we were growing up, you see house, you see a section where there are family pictures hang here, this. Then some places you see a calendar, of whatever the person believes in, and every other thing. So you think of that in a more modernized, or in a more in a more classy way. Imagine somebody that's building a big house. You see a lot of mansions springing up here and there in Nigeria, everywhere, big houses here. So, but you look at it, then in that big house, you go in there, you see like in a part of the house, you see like a poster, a poster of a painting, or a poster of an artist, or a poster of somebody, or you see something like a calendar, almanac. I've seen it, and you begin to wonder. How can somebody spend billions? Um, 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 I have had to speak with a gentleman. a socialite, well loved, and we talked about interior decoration, interior designs and stuff like that. Because